My kids have been watching him over and over again in Spider-Man. I mean, it's a thing. He's always on my screen. And now Remy Hii is lending his voice to an all-Aussie animated film. Look at this.
This isn't working.
In fact, they look downright hopeless.
Hey, you know what this situation calls for? My trusty book of Proverbs.
How
Good
cool does
animation.
this look? And the superstar Remy joins us now in the studio. Good morning. How are
Hey, mate.
you?
Yeah, I'm so good. So thrilled to be
This
here.
looks fantastic. It's called Scary Girl. What's the premise? What's it all about?
Yeah, Scary Girl is this delightfully fun adventure film for all the family. It tells the story of a young girl who we just saw a bit of in there, Archie, whose father is kidnapped by the evil Sam Neill. Well, Sam Neill's actually really lovely, but his character is evil.
Thanks for clearing that. But we've been worried for a long time about Sam.
So Archie's character meets mine, Bunny Guru, who you just saw as this hilarious rabbit. And we go on this interplanetary adventure to try and rescue her dad.
This is really good animation for an Aussie project too. It's so great to see Australian animation really coming up. It looks really good. What got you on board with that?
Yeah, well, just that. I mean, I grew up with a generation of kids in Australia where we had so much Australian animation, and I just feel like there's been none of it for years and years now. And as soon as I heard...
Bluey or nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as soon as I heard that there was this animated Australian feature film and, you know, with this stacked cast, I kind of just jumped right in.
Yeah, amazing. Sam Neill, you mentioned. Dylan Alcott, Tim Minchin, Anna Torv.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Deborah Mailman, Jill
It's
Nguyen, Rob Collins. I mean, where do
the
you know,
best
we've got
of
everyone.
Australia
Yeah.
in one production. You've now done the big Hollywood blockbusters. You've done theatre. Now this is taking you into voice acting in animation. What's the key to getting voice acting down pat? Because do you have to go really overs?
He's got a lovely voice.
Oh, I think step one, you have to rock up to the recording studio in your pajamas.
Yep.
That's you know,
That's
rule
the
number
thing.
one. Exactly. No, you do have to give yourself permission to be very, very silly, especially with a character like Bunny Guru, who I play in this, who is just so out there and ridiculous. You have to be able to feel very, very silly in the room and yeah, just have a lot of fun with it.
What about, you've been doing a lot of theatre, you worked at the Ensemble recently, just down in Melbourne, at this really scary show down in Melbourne. How's it feel being back on the boards?
It's great. It's such a challenge to be on stage again. And yeah, we just finished up this huge play at the Princess Theatre in Melbourne called 222, Ghost Story. And it's this horror, this live horror on stage. Lots of screaming, lots of vocal energy. It's great to be back on stage, but I'm also glad to be able to sleep in again.
I bet. Yeah. It's a pretty grueling
Yeah,
schedule, isn't it?
it's a challenge, yeah.
Tell us about what's happening in Hollywood with the strike at the moment, ongoing with the actors' side of things. What do you hope can be achieved by this? Because just as we almost came to a resolution, it's back to a stalemate again. And of course, that's keeping you from doing more productions in Hollywood at the moment as well.
Yeah, it is. You know, look, we're up on over 100 days and counting of this strike now. And I think what everyone is wanting more than anything is a fair and reasonable agreement so that we can go back to work. You know, I think that AI has been such a hot topic in conversations right now. And I mean, that's one of the big ones for all of us. We want to be protected so that you can't just use an actor's likeness in perpetuity forever for however the studios want to use it for the price of $400 a day. Not going to happen. You know, I think there are a lot of clauses in there. You know, I don't want to get too far in the weeds, but more than anything, we're just seeking for a fair and reasonable agreement so that everyone can get back to work.
Well, we hope you can get it, but until then, thanks for having something for our kids this week at the
I
movies.
know.
We love it.
Bring your kids. It's an amazing film.
What are you enjoying about being here in Australia at the moment?
Oh, the weather?
Yeah.
No, the weather, the people. Yeah, Sydney's been amazing. It's I was just chatting with you, David, before in the break about South by Southwest.
Yeah.
That was an unreal week. I feel like Sydney just blew up, exploded. So many
Buzzing.
bands, so many chats. Yeah.
That's great. Well, welcome back, man. Good to see you.
Nice to have you in the country and come back on the couch anytime.
Scary
Lovely to see
Girl.
you.
Go and support some Aussie stuff. It's out in
Absolutely.
theatres on Thursday.
It looks so great, doesn't it?
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and
What's my name again?
oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
always happens.
What's she talking about?